sweet. Smart force Italian, 100 verse. My life changed in a little life. That I can't be screaming eagle, screaming eagle.
Lieutenant Pickle. Lieutenant William Pickle. First Lieutenant William Blake Pickle.
Take care of you when you have medical needs. We'd love for you to visit. We have several booths to talk to you about all the programs we offer. So have a great day and go True Blue.
Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer. We know that access to information is important outside the classroom just as much as inside the classroom. And I'm honored today to help announce a new program between our university and T-Mobile that will provide immediate benefit to more than 1,100 student veterans and military dependent family members of MTSU. So let's get to it. It's my pleasure to welcome first to the podium our president, Dr. Sidney A. McPhee, who will share the good news. Dr. McPhee.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the beautiful campus of Middle Tennessee State University. It is always a pleasure to have our fans, our alums, and very special friends to join us on our campus. Particularly today, as we recognize our veterans, the families of our military personnel on our Salute to Veterans Day. Now, typically you don't see on a football day on a university campus military folks ruffling, helicopters flying around, big tanks all over the place. But MTSU is special, and this is an example of the support that our university has for the families, our veterans and families. Let's give them a round of applause, all veterans and families of veterans that are here today. In a moment, we'll be celebrating through the Joe Nunley Award, a recognition of our veterans and families. Today, though, I want to announce a very special program that our university has partnered with a very significant and successful company. I'm proud to bring news to you that we have developed with T-Mobile a creative and innovative program that will benefit our veterans, students who are part of the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veteran and Military Family Center. Our Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer, Bruce Petrashek, and his colleagues have devoted significant time in finding and deploying, ladies and gentlemen, the latest in digital tools and technology that enhance student learning. And as part of this quest, our university began to explore ways that we can provide greater high-speed access to digital data for our students. And in doing so, in a way that is easy, convenient, and extremely portable. So much of our learning, research, and campus life upon the easy depends significantly on the easy access and the fast access to the internet, which certainly makes this pursuit one of the top priorities of our ongoing effort at MTSU to bolster the success of our students. And so with this exploration, along with T-Mobile executives, we work in an educational and governmental environment. We are finding answers to the challenges of providing effective and efficient communication. Our two teams huddle, and I'm pleased to report that we are bringing forth a strategy to test the latest technology in network connectivity, and we want to put this in the hands of our students, and particularly our veterans. Our university has more than 1,100 student veterans that are served by the Daniels Center. And they will receive, ladies and gentlemen, free of charge, the Alcatel Link Zone cellular hotspot, free of charge, let me remind you, for use through the end of the 2020 spring semester. T-Mobile and executive deserve a round of applause for that. Now, I was supposed to have a prop to show them what it looks like. Where's the prop? I promise you it is there because I used it last week and it does work. As you can see, this new technology will provide high-speed data plan on T-Mobile network and the LTE network. What does this mean? It means that our veterans will have what is called unthrottled access to the internet, which gives them high speed and greatest bandwidth for digital content to their desktop computers, laptops, and their smartphones. And each of those hotspots allow up to 15 devices to connect to high-speed network from anywhere, on our campus, at home, and also while traveling. This partnership is providing a hotspot for every student served by the Daniels Center, as well as students enrolled in our Scholars Academy, and we have targeted initiatives to bolster the success of these students so that they can graduate and become productive citizens. Combine these two groups of students will be our beta tester of this technology, and based upon their experience, we will decide whether to continue and perhaps expand this program to the entire campus. And I will tell you, having used it this past week, executives, I can almost assure you that we will be heading in this direction. So to our student veterans, I want you to be ready, stand ready for a note from Dr. Hillary Miller, director of our center. Where's Dr. Miller? Dr. Miller, come so they can see who you are. All right, let's give Dr. Miller a round of applause, who's done a wonderful job with our student veterans and their families. She is going to be the go-to person get you this hotspot that will make a significant difference in your studies at MTSU. She'll also be inviting you to visit the Daniel Center starting next week.
Monday, 8 a.m.
Monday at 8 a.m. to get your hotspot free of charge. We have already distributed the device to members of the Scholars Academy, and we are greatly moved by the overwhelming positive initial response that was generated when we placed the hotspots in their hands. So ladies and gentlemen, this program is yet another example of our university being relentless in the pursuit of ways to improve quality of our academic programs and services to our students. Again, I'd like to thank Vice President Petroshav from Information Technology and his team, our partners, the T-Mobile, for their willingness and their support of this incredible program. And I couldn't have thought of a more appropriate group to expand this test than those who are part of the Veterans Center, the Charlie and Hazel Daniel Center, and veterans and their families. They deserve it, and it is one of the reasons why our university selected this very special group to be one of the first group of students to benefit from such an incredible program. So as I conclude, it is great to have T-Mobile here today, and we are all aware of that company's admirable commitment to service and of hiring veterans. They've done a wonderful job, and I know the partnership between T-Mobile and MTSU will continue to grow and provide incredible service in this day of technology and high internet access. Thank you so much, and now I welcome Bruce Petroshav to the podium. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, President King. I'd now like to invite Mr. David Ezen, the Senior Director of Public Sector for T-Mobile, to say a few words about the partnership, and then to also, as Dr. McPhee noted, to talk about their company's considerable commitment to our nation's veterans. David?
It's great to be here today. Seeing some of the greatest generation here that's been participating, and seeing some of the future leaders of the U.S. Armed Forces is really impressive, and I can only imagine how exciting it's got to be for the players today to be able to play in front of such a statue and honor crowd. As it was stated, my name is David Bezant. I head T-Mobile's U.S. Division for Government. And I get the opportunity to be in a lot of places. It was so great to see the Veterans Affairs Administration here today. I was in Washington, D.C. earlier this week with Secretary Wilkie of the VA, signing a pledge for mental wellness and commitment on behalf of veterans, and thanks for all that the veterans have done to serve this great nation. It's amazing to think of the era in which we live, to see those helicopters come in. Part of the technology tour that I've had this week was looking at the new fighter pilot helmets. And if you're a fighter pilot in today's military, the helmet has augmented reality where it looks like you're flying on a sheet of glass. And you can see every angle outside of that aircraft and every condition. And those of you who may have flown in prior, you know all of the differences in technology as it's advanced. We're living in a world where autonomous vehicles start to release and roll out, where you'll have driverless vehicles in 2023 here in the United States. With Google, there are 60,000 Google searches per second happening in the world today. And so we're living in an information age in which technology is moving so fast that the preparation that universities, great universities, are doing with students will truly be the forefront of what happens tomorrow. And as you look at Moore's Law and you fast forward the technology that is occurring now, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, we are so proud to partner with Middle Tennessee and Dr. McPhee and the team who's giving their best and brightest students every level to connect and to learn with no fettering, no throttling, and the best speed and connectivity that is sold anywhere in the world today, and we are honored to be part of that. I just wanted to thank Dr. McPhee. I've got a hat for him. We did not have a prop, but I do have a hat for him. And to thank all of you as veterans for the honor to be here today and to be with you. Thank you very much.
Let's take. Turn it this way, guys.
Hope you have a good rest of the day. Enjoy the game, and go blue.
Sunday afternoon, 10,000 people showed up. Charlie Daniels' band, Charlie and his band performed. Great day of entertainment. The Vietnam veterans were overwhelmed with the response. The media was all over the story. My name somehow got in the paper the next morning, and Dr. Joe Nunley spotted my name. He was serving then as the alumni director, MTSU, and he knew I was a graduate of this great, matter of fact, first university class, 20 August, 1965. And he called me and said, John, I want to do something just like that on our campus for our graduates who are veterans. I said, now, Dr. Nunley, if you'll open it to all veterans, not just your graduates, I'd love to help you do that. The fall of 1982, at a football game, was the first MTSU Salute the Veteran. But the second one has stuck affectionately in my mind all these years. Our guest of honor then, 1983, was Miss Gracie York, the widow of one of our nation's greatest heroes, Sergeant York. She walked across the field at halftime with 6 veterans of World War I. Thousands of fans standing and cheering. When I got home that evening, my wife said to me, you won't believe what happened today. I said, oh no, what happened? It was a CBS regional televised football game. And she said, the announcer said, just as they were about to break for a commercial at halftime, the announcer said, let's keep it right here. There's something very special going on this field. Now, if they did that today, they'd probably fire the poor guy, but they kept it right there. And they showed that salute. We'll never forget that. And every year since, we have been here. 38th annual. I called Dr. Nunley, this was 83 now, I called Dr. Nunley several years later after several more salutes. I said, Dr. Nunley, we're soon going to have the 1990 celebration, and guess what? We're going to have a Joe Nunley Memorial. He said, no, don't name it after me. I said, it's already named. And nothing he could do about it. I said, my question now, who's going to be the first recipient? He said, oh, Rayford Davis of McMinnville. And Rayford was here in 1990. 1991, we honored Mr. Bob Couch of Tullahoma. 1992, Mr. Bob DePriest of Hermitage. 1993, State Representative John Bragg of Murfreesboro. 1994, W.L. Jug Landers of Murfreesboro. 1995, Major retired Elizabeth Chastain of McMinnville. 1996, State Representative Shelby Reinhardt, Spencer, Tennessee. 1997, Mayor Murfreesboro, Joe B. Jackson. 1998, W.L. Oliver of Hendersonville, a county service officer. 1999, Miss Harriet Howard of Smyrna. 2000, Dr. Bob Womack, a faculty member here then at MTSU. 2001, Mr. John A. Bragg, no relation to the early recipient, State Rep John Bragg. 2002, Mr. Ed Hoffman of Chevrolet. 2003, an ex-POW, Warren Keene of Nashville. 2004, Mr. Charlie Warfield, a Nashville attorney. 2005, Dr. Roger Bolden of Hohenwald. 2006, Mr. Ed Mooney of Franklin. 2007, Mr. Brad Miller of Murfreesboro. 2008, Mr. Fane Haynes of Murfreesboro. 2009, Mr. Roy Barker of Franklin. 2010, Charles Austin Jones of McMinnville. Charlie was the VFW state adjutant. 2011, State Senator then, Douglas Henry Jr. 2012, M.J. Gianni, recently passed away from Nashville, World War II. 2013, Ed Smith of Brentwood. 2014, and all the past recipients would gather together to select who's going to be the current recipient. That committee decided in 2014 to honor all World War II veterans. And let's honor them one more time. Our World War II, our greatest generation. Thank you. 2015, former State Senator Andy Womack of Murfreesboro. 2016, we honored two because they're so supportive of MTSU athletics. They go not only to home games but away games. Bud Morris and Bob Lamb. 2017, former State Representative John Hood. Let's give him a round of applause. And last year, 2018, Colonel Jeffrey Davidson, who's here today. I've asked Colonel Davidson to come forward and please announce our 2019 recipient. And this year marks the 30th anniversary of the Dr. Joe Nunley Memorial Award during the 38th annual MTSU Salute to Veterans.
It is my honor and privilege to introduce this year's 2019 Nunley Award winner. He is a Marine. So I brought some crayons and a coloring book just in case he got hungry or bored. In all seriousness, Don Witherspoon has been a mentor and a role model for myself and many other veterans as well as community leaders here in and around Middle Tennessee for a long time. Don graduated from Middle Tennessee State University Middle Tennessee State College in 1964. Three things happened to him that year that were all good. He got his Bachelor of Science degree in Economics. He got commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Marines. And he married his college sweetheart, Miss Hannah, who's been by his side this whole time. 1964. As the war in Vietnam, and not some other people up here on this stage today, having attended the officer candidate school during summers while in college, upon graduation he was commissioned as second lieutenant in the United States Marines. He'd serve on active duty for 3 years and do a tour in Vietnam where he earned the Marine Corps Commendation Medal with Valor with a V device. After that, he was promoted to captain in 1967 and finished his commitment to the United States Marines and 4th Battalion, 10th Marines. Following his tour with the United States Marine Corps, Don began a career in logistics with Pfizer Incorporated that lasted 33 years in 7 locations. Retired from Pfizer Incorporated in 2000 as the Director of Logistics. After retiring, Don returned to Murfreesboro and has been involved in numerous community, civic, and MTSU activities. Don either has or is currently serving on the following university boards of directors: MTSU Foundation, past president. MTSU National Alumni, past president. MTSU Athletic Association, past president. Honors College Board of Visitors, Community Affairs Committee, Veterans Affairs Committee, and many other various committees. In the community, Don is currently serving his second term on the board of the local United Way. He is involved in several committees and is currently on the chair of the United Way, the Tocqueville and Legacy Giving Committees. He serves on the City of Murfreesboro Industrial Development Committee and the local Alive Hospice Board. Don has and currently serves in his church on several committees, including the Veterans Affairs and the Board of Stewards. We are blessed to have men of this character in our community. So please help me welcome to the podium the 2019 Nunley Award winner, Mr. Don Witherspoon.
Dr. Nunley's daughter, Gemma, is going to present the award. Gemma?
I'm here representing the Nunley family. My father is Dr. Joe Nunley. My oldest brother Joey is sitting here with us today. My brother John. Other Nunleys that are not here, my sister Nancy, my sister Mariette. And there's Nunley families represented at the table over here. If you all would please stand up, that would be nice. We've got in-laws, grandchildren. Thank you so much for attending. I can't help but I have to mention before I present the award, if not for Mr. Fergus over here, this event would not continue as it does, and it makes me personally so proud that I can hear my dad's name called out every year, and I see it on the emails to MTSU reminding me that the Veterans Salute is coming in November. The Dr. Joey Nunley Memorial Award will be given at 2 o'clock. And I'm thinking, this has been 38 years, this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And he would be so tickled to know that all of you attend and you come to this, and he couldn't be more proud, I'm sure, because the cause and the salute to veterans was very, very dear to him. So thank you so much, in particular to you, John, for keeping this alive. And at this time, in representing the Nunley family, I'm going to present to Don Witherspoon. It says a veteran known for service to others in the Middle Tennessee area, November 16, 2019. Congratulations.
Thank you, and thanks for the committee of this award. They told me I could make a few brief comments, and they won't be brief. As a Marine, I want you to know that I feel very safe here with all these Army characters here. And, not too long ago, I was visiting with Colonel Jeff, and Jeff had his ribbons on his uniform. And I noticed that one of the ribbons was one I didn't recognize. And he advised that the Army gets this ribbon for keeping the Marines safe throughout the world. I had not heard that, but I do appreciate Jeff, and I know most of the Marines here, I see several in the crowd, really appreciate what you Army guys have done for us. Just real briefly, there's 2 or 3 things I wanted to say. First of all, in gratitude to the committee, as I mentioned, in gratitude to the University, Dr. McPhee, and everyone for this Veterans Day program and what we're able to do here every year. I think we should all be very appreciative for the university for what they're doing, and certainly for the Veterans Day program, which I think is just got to be one of the best in the country. The Daniel Center certainly is one of the best in the country. The other thing I would say, another thing I would say would be about responsibility. I think as veterans, we are responsible, should be responsible citizens. I think we should all vote. I think we should put people in office that appreciate the military, appreciate veterans, and know what they're doing relative to the military and veterans affairs. That's the only political statement I'll make now, but I'm sure most of you can agree with that. Thank you. The other thing I'd say would be about pride. And I know what the good book says about pride, and I read that and made myself aware of it. But I think there's certainly a way that we can all be proud of what we are as veterans, what we do in this country. So I want you all to know that I am proud to get this award. I'm proud to be a Blue Raider. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a Marine. I'm proud to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. And God willing, ladies and gentlemen, we'll all be here next year for the 39th annual MTSU Salute to Veterans. We hope you can all be here with us. How about a great round of applause for Mission Barbecue? What a great job. Every university president since 1982, when this started, has been very supportive of this award. Dr. McPhee was here this afternoon. Let's give him and the great faculty and staff a great round of applause. Dr. McPhee, thank you, sir. General Huber, Dr. Hillary Miller, and the great Charlie Daniels Veterans Center, another round of applause. One of the best in the United States, honoring veterans daily. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the gates have opened for a great football game this afternoon, playing Rice out of the state of Texas. They've yet to win a ball game. So let's don't get overconfident and go Big Blue. You will need a ticket, so be sure you get a ticket before you leave here. And the gates are now open. Thank you, one.
my boy T-God from MTSU. Hey, this is how we tailgate. We're out here. Warm. We get it.
national anthem will be performed by Hunter Walkanowski.
All right, if you're on this side, go ahead and take a knee. If you're on this side, go ahead and take a knee down. If you're on this side, go ahead and take a knee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through a perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for the Middle Tennessee State University alma mater as conducted by Professor Craig S. Cornish, Director of the Band of Blue. wife, Peggy, and 2 sons, Cole and Carter. Cole is a current MT student studying to become a pilot. Game captains for Rice today, number 99, Miles Adams, number 10, Austin Trammell, and number 86, Chris Barnes.
Gentlemen, once it comes to today's game, Rice is the visitors, you'll call the coin toss. We have the head and the tail. When you want to hit the ground, what's the call? Tails is the call. It is tails, like the one toss. You'd like to defer. You'd like the football. Which way do you want to kick? There's one toss, and I'd like to defer. Good luck, gentlemen.
Joining us on the field today with Middle Tennessee's athletic director, Chris Massaro, is Jerry White from Al White Motors, representing your Mid-South Ford dealers. Before the game today, your Mid-South Ford dealers hosted a picnic for over 800 veterans, active duty members, and their families to honor Veterans Day. How about it? A big Blue Raider welcome to Mr. White and to thank him and the Mid-South Ford dealers for honoring and hosting our Middle Tennessee veterans and service members. Tennessee National Guard soldier of its dedication to the soldiers and airmen of the Tennessee National Guard through the partnership of the Tennessee Strong Act and tuition deferment programs. Thank you on behalf of the university.
Calling all veterans and members of the Armed Forces, please make your way towards Gate 2 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Again, that's Gate 2 right behind me with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And thank you for being here and thank you for your service. I want to get
an infantry squad leader. Currently, he's pursuing a bachelor's degree in aerospace with a concentration in management. Breyer was selected to be recognized by MTSU Athletics and MTSU's Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center because he exemplifies the student soldier. He's an undergraduate student with a 4.0 grade point average. Mr. Breyer Bullock, your Mid-South Ford dealers and a grateful Blue Raider Nation salute you for your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 38th Annual Middle Tennessee State University Salute to our Veterans. This year we honor all of our active duty, reserve, and veterans who contributed so much to our freedom and way of life. MTSU would like to express its appreciation for our neighbors and Fort Campbell, for the soldiers of Dragon Company's 1st Battalion, 187th Infantry Regiment, Leader Ragasar. We would also like to recognize our flight crew from Bravo Company 1st, the 230th Assault Helicopter Battalion, Tennessee Army National Guard, from the Army Aviation Support Facility number 3, Jackson, Tennessee. We are thankful for their outstanding service and that fantastic game ball delivery. Today we also honor this year's recipient of the MTSU Joe Dunley Award, MTSU alumni Don Witherspoon. Mr. Witherspoon served with the Marine Corps in Vietnam and has established a remarkable legacy for community service, particularly for our veterans. Also in the stand are members of First Lieutenant William Blake Pickle's family. Lieutenant Pickle commissioned through MTSU's Army ROTC program in 2017, serving in numerous cadet leadership positions, including company commander. Lieutenant Pickle is a combat medic and recently lost his life in service after a tactical training exercise at Fort Rutgers. Earlier today, in the Veteran Memorial Service, our university recognizes military veterans who served in the war in each branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. These brave men and women provide readiness and sustainability to military personnel and their families. Thank you. And now, Blue Raider Band, we are proud to pay a special tribute to all the valiant men and women who are and have served our country in time of war and peace. Escorting our special guests are members of the Blue Raider Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps. The MTSU ROTC program, established in April 1950, has commissioned over 1,500 Army officers and is recognized as one of the nation's best. The university also boasts one of Tennessee's largest veteran student populations. Veterans and Military Family Center, which coordinates VA and educational services for these servicemen, women, and their families. Following the color guard and leading our veterans is MTSU's Army ROTC Alumni General Officer, Brigadier General Retired Robert David Ogg Jr., class of 1978. Accompanying him is MTSU Senior Advisor for Veterans and Leadership Initiatives, Lieutenant General Retired Keith Huber and his daughter Alexis. Please show a warm welcome to our veterans.
You need to come more forward.
Every day. Homeland Security operations, our struggle to defend freedom continues. We would like to welcome home all past and present servicemen and women who perform missions around the world and in the United States in supporting and defending the United States Constitution.
Coast Guard! That way! That way! Yeah. Okay, start. Thank you.
Since 1911, thousands of MTSU alumni have served in our nation's armed forces. More than 60 students have fallen in the line of duty. In front of Tom Jackson Hall. If you would like to commemorate a special veteran at the memorial site or contribute to the ongoing memorial effort, please visit www.mtsu.
Will. Appreciate you.
Stevenson on the hold. Sewell will start. The kick is good. Penalty flag on the play.